Greetings and welcome to ValoU. I'm Zalatrith and I'll be your instructor for today. Today's class is Macro 360, in-game roles, playing Lurk. The main job of a Lurker is to provide information and control the weak side of the map. Note that this doesn't just mean playing split up from your team. A common mistake is for everyone to just split up on attack, but when everyone tries to Lurk, no one is playing Lurk. Just like how there can only be shadow if there is light, there can only be a weak side if there is strong side pressure. Lurkers adapt to the pressure on strong side to make informed decisions on what to do to further the round's macro strategy, whether that means defending weak side space, carefully taking weak side space, or even ignoring weak side entirely, since not every round needs a Lurker. One common responsibility is to hold map control for your team to use later, for instance when you fake one site and then rotate to the other. Without a Lurker defending the space, defenders can just sneak through to unexpected locations on the attacker side of the map, making rotating extremely dangerous. To hold map control effectively, a Lurker must have a strong understanding of defender's advantage and angle advantage, or they'll just give defenders fair fights. Another common responsibility is to provide information for your team. By carefully sneaking up close to the enemy side of the map undetected, you can feed your team information on enemy rotations and adapt your team's macro strategy to counter them. Although risky, creating distractions is another situational responsibility that Lurkers can help with. Making some noise weak side, even if it's just a single footstep, can scare defenders into anchoring, slowing down strong side reinforcements. An even riskier responsibility can be to aggressively take weak side space when you notice that enemies leave gaps in their defenses from over-rotating. Remember that without heavy strong side pressure though, aggressively taking space is just solo executing a site, so be careful when taking this risk. So putting it more simply, a Lurker's job is to figure out and exaggerate enemy mistakes. Sometimes called keeping them honest, when enemies don't play as carefully as they should, you should be there to punish them. If you think they're going to full run to fast flank for instance, you should be in some kind of Lurk angle to shoot them in the back as they pass. If they give up neutral map control too easily, you can take some space and listen for info on enemy rotations. If defenders leave gaps in their defenses, such as by over-rotating, you can risk carefully taking space on the weak side of the map and calling your team over. If they're knife running through their side of the map without respecting the possibility of your push, you can be there to punish them, which can force them to play slower and waste time in future rounds. Some of the most important skills for a Lurk player are pattern recognition, which can help you predict how quickly defenders will rotate or flank, and where they're likely to be based on prior information. Macro strategy, to be able to use that prediction effectively to place yourself at the right place at the right time. Tactics and recognizing advantages, since you'll almost never have numbers advantage on your side, so you have to find other ways to take advantage fights. Patience, since even if you know what you should be doing, it can be mentally draining to sit still for long periods of time. And finally, vigilance and focus, to keep your senses alert and ready at all times, as most fights you take will start in complete silence, and you won't have any forewarning from audio cues or callouts to wake you up. In summary, playing Lurk is often about managing map control on the weak side of the map, gathering information on enemy positions based on map control or listening for footsteps, creating distractions on weak side to enable a strong side push, taking space when strong side creates a distraction for your weak side push, keeping enemies honest by punishing their mistakes, and to be an effective Lurker, it's important to have strong pattern recognition, strategy, tactics, patience, and vigilance. That's all for today's lesson. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to the lecturer or the TAs in the comments below. Thanks for attending, and we hope you enjoy your stay here at ValoU.
Blinding. Remove. Shadows traveling. Cover going out.
My game is freaking out.
Silence.
Alright, A.
99 on Sky.
3 killed.
One enemy remaining.
Jeez.
Oh, it's your
Guys,
ace?
yours?
Oh.
A. Is the lobby.
Planted. Revealing area.
Hey!
Nice.
Nice.
Here.